What is going on in this world? Like, what is really happening? I can't believe this, guys. I'm just wondering what is really happening in the world. A lot has been happening of late. Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, like, and don't forget to share your comments in the comment section down below. Now, in a world filled with bizarre occurrences and astonishing discoveries, we find ourselves grappling with yet another intriguing phenomenon. Just days after revelations about extraterrestrial encounters and revelations from ancient vaults, a new anomaly has emerged that captivates our attention. Now, in this video, we take a look into the perplexing realm of a rare disorder known as PHO, which causes individuals to perceive human faces as demonic. Yes, you heard me right. Termed as demon face syndrome by some. Now, this condition has sparked widespread discussion and intrigue, particularly after a 59-year-old man came forward with his experiences. So join me as we unravel the mysteries of this rare disorder, exploring its origins, symptoms, and implications for our understanding of perception and consciousness. Check out these videos. I will be right back, and when I do, we talk more about this.
Well, here's a new one for you. Rare disorder causes man to see people's faces as demonic. Apparently there's only about 100 cases or so, but they're fielding more every week or two, and this disease, which I guess is abbreviated as PMO, will cause you to see faces distorted, much like in the pictures below, and is causing people to see others as demons. Now, I don't know about you, but this is some pretty crazy shit, and I'm sorry. If you look like a demon, you probably are a demon. No, I'm not going to attribute it to something I have wrong with me. It's something you have wrong with you, sir, ma'am. No, this is absolutely ridiculous. Don't tell me that I have something new that you just came up with because I'm seeing this or this or this or what. No, absolutely not. If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's a duck. If it looks like a demon, it's a fucking demon.
Well, scientists are also using technology to better understand a rare disorder called PMO.
In short, it causes people to see demonic faces everywhere. Researchers at Dartmouth, they created a digital representation of what one person has been experiencing. The resulting images just published in a medical journal out of the blue. The man started noticing that people's faces around him looked like their ears, noses, and mouths were stretched back and other things were distorted. Scientists don't know the cause of PMO, but the patient in the study did suffer both carbon monoxide poisoning and a head injury.
That's a lot.
That's a lot to take in.
Demon face syndrome. To all of my followers and the new people that are joining in, just getting to know me, this is something that we need to talk about. Two things that you need to know regarding this right here. With the work that we do, know that emotions equal vibrational state. When you're increasing the vibration and your frequency, you start to see things. Listen closely. These demonic energies, entities, they live in 4D. Our vibration in the world we're getting into now is transitioning into 5D. That means that those that are resonating and living in 4D, they can no longer hold the form of this demonic entity. That means more and more people will start to see exactly what is actually there. But now the healthcare system is gonna make it feel like this is a mental health illness, but it's not. They have been living around us for years, but no longer can hold that form. That is why more people can start seeing.
Here's the thing, if you're not waking up to what's going on here with the eclipse, these demons, all this stuff that is happening, you definitely need to start waking the heck up. Last video with the demon faces, they're putting in plain sight what is going to be happening. All the laws of the universe, being enlightened, being awake, being conscious to the reality that we is on in. The reality that we are in goes much deeper than just manifesting, hey, I want to get this, I want to get that. I mean, that stuff is great, but if you want to be truly aware of your purpose and what is going on, you really need to tap into your highest self and into consciousness. My book, The Villain Method, if you want to pick it up, you can pick it up down below. You don't have to. This is not about that. This is about you becoming the freaking greatest version of yourself. These demons are not going to freaking stop. It's only going to get harder and harder. The darkness of all this is only going to get worse and freaking worse. Like I said, if you want to pick up my book, you will learn a lot about yourself. The most important thing you could do is be working with me. Go to my freaking IG, DM me. I will send you a personal video breaking down any of your questions. I don't want to help you learn who the fuck you are.
Good job, guys. So I wonder if anyone has recently heard about the new syndrome coined PMO. It's a neurological condition that causes one to see a person's face morph in such a horrifying way. It does not affect the person's perception of reality other than the person's face changing, and it does not affect them through video or through photo. And here is going to be a photo I'm about to show you about a man who has that syndrome. They did a experiment with this man and had him look at a human, and then they did a rendering of what he was seeing. So this is what that man saw. It's a new syndrome that's only been coined 3 days ago. So this is what the man sees when he says he looks at other people. I am not certain if it is all people or just certain individuals. I will do more research and come back to you at a later time with that information. But as most of you and I know, and this is for entertainment purposes only, this is not a neurological condition, in my opinion. I'm not going to go much further into it than that. Like I said, I'm not here to preach at you guys what I believe in. I just want to give you the information. You guys do some research because I enjoy watching others' ideas. And I have my own, of course, but who am I? Who am I? I'm just giving the knowledge to you guys. My opinions are irrelevant. So live long and prosper. Can't wait to see what y'all find out about this.
So I seen a video of this girl talking about this man that said he seen demons on his roommate face and on his girlfriend face. He said that he was sitting on the couch, and when his roommate walked in the room, his face started to change. And then when he turned to the side, his ears started getting long. And then when he seen his girlfriend face started to change to a demon. And then when he go to the doctor, get what they say? Demon face syndrome. Let me tell you something. The dark spiritual world is wide open. The one that got eyes, you can see. That man's eyes was open. God will reveal these demons to us so we can tell people these demons are living inside the flesh of these people. When you go to the doctor, they call you crazy. Let me tell you something. These people know what's going on. They want you to be used to seeing demons as it's being normal. It ain't normal seeing a demon in somebody's face. I seen it. But when you see something like that, don't tell no doctor. The only one should know is you and God. If you do tell somebody, make sure you tell somebody that know about that kind of stuff. Make sure you talk to somebody that knows about spirituality, the spiritual realm and demons and all that. Because right now, this year gonna be the darkest year you ever seen. Go look it up. It's a man in Tennessee went to the doctor. They said a demon face syndrome. So when I see a demon, I'm crazy, right? No. The greatest trick the devil ever did was make everybody believe he didn't exist. Y'all check it out. I'm for real.
Remember, the spiritual world is more real than the physical world. We are about to leave the physical world and we are going to a more spiritual based world. That's why they just released this demon face syndrome. They have a syndrome where certain people can see demon faces. Why is it only certain people and not everyone? Because they're letting you know that the veil is actually lifted and we're going into a more spiritual world. People say the veil has been lifted. They're speaking about your eyes because the veil is over your eyes, but everyone is about to see the truth. But so many people did not do their spirituality work, their shadow work, their childhood trauma work. If you're not doing your spiritual work, you are going to be left behind. Why do you think they are saying that Jesus is black all of a sudden? Why do they have this thing called demon face syndrome all of a sudden? They're trying to warn you. If you don't heal your anxiety, your stress, your fear, and your worries, you're going to make these things manifest in the form of a spirit, and they're going to be walking down the street with you. Shadows of the Matrix exposes everything. The UFOs, alien contacts, why certain people can see demons and spirits and other people can't. Why are we here right now? What is the soul? What is this? I explain everything in here. You have to heal your childhood trauma if you want to evolve. Remember, pain actually weigh you down in the matrix. The more pain you have, the heavier you are. And the heavier you are, you can never ascend, or your heart can never be lighter than a feather. This reality is about to get real scary, especially if you never did your shadow work or your spirituality. Remember, the spiritual world is more real than the physical world. We're about to go into a world that's so different. Check out Shadows of the Matrix and understand how to heal your anxiety. Many people ask, how do I lead a matrix? If you want to lead a matrix, you have to make a choice. And that choice is leaving everything behind in the matrix that you are attached to and go back out there in nature. If you want to know more about this, check out Shadows of the Matrix. Part 2, link in the bio.
Oh, you mean the now rare neurological condition that is now described as PMO? That really is some BS, because those are demonic looking faces. Like, all of a sudden we have this rare disease that people carry around looking like some sort of extraterrestrial being. Okay, really? Okay. And I meant to speak on this topic, so thank you for bringing this up. Yeah, it's all false. And you know what? It reminds me of the dreams that God would give me, like end times dreams specifically, and other people. And I would hear other people's like visions and dreams and outer body experiences that God would give them, and about the end times. And like, people would always say the veil would be completely lifted during the end times, and that people would start to see these beings, these demonic beings and creatures roaming this earth. It doesn't just take, it won't just be you only seeing demons, like if you were to see hell, or if you were to have the gift of seeing in the spirit. Like, people are going to start to see these beings actually roaming and walking and taking form in the most unheard of and unseen supernatural ways. That's because this earth is so sinful, humankind is so sinful, that we've allowed the veil to be unleashed and opened, these portals up to these demonic spirits. So now they're able to take more dominions over this earth, because remember, God said he didn't say he was the prince of the air. He didn't say Jesus was the prince of the air. Jesus is the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Yes, God is the Father, but who is the prince of the air? It is Satan. It is the devil, you know? And so this earth has completely touched the bottom of the pit. Seriously. And then especially CERN opening portals, they really don't help, huh? So I'm not even surprised. And getting closer to these end days, with the Antichrist coming closer and closer to being exposed and revealed, I knew this would happen. Even one of the most recent prophetic dreams that I had about the end times, I remember I was in like this classroom with like one of my sisters, and I don't know if it was like a college, I don't know what it was, a course of some sort, and people were all talking, and the teacher was at the front, and out of nowhere, this demonic being burst through the door and started like mutilating people. And we immediately tried to run out the back of the room, out of the window and out of the door or something. And we ran for cover, but I'm watching this demonic being like mutilate people, like taking people by the throat, necks, ripping their heads off, and like disintegrating them. They're like being obliterated within seconds. And I just felt the doomsday feeling of like this being prophetic. I didn't really feel like this was like some sort of fantasy dream. I felt like this was a message. And as I was running, like me and my sister were running, we were like, we got to get to our family. I don't know, we got to get to our family. And as we were running, I started to see that it was happening in many other areas of our city. Like, I start to see more come out of different places and different sort of creatures. And then when we went on the street to like try to find like a Uber or a bus home or something, I seen another demonic creature down the street, but it didn't see us. And I was like, oh my gosh, we cannot be here. Like, we are really in this mess. We are literally in the apocalypse. Like, Jesus is here, Jesus is coming, Jesus is something, you know what I mean? Like, this has made a way, and there's no more wolves in sheep's clothing. The wolves are just out at this point. So I feel like this is the point that we're coming to, and it is imperative that we speak on these things and talk about this, because this is no joke. Now that the news is really trying to desensitize us as to what these beings are and what these beings will be, that people will start to see more and more, really goes to show where we are and where this is all going. I'm just saying. Like, really, think about it. Really, out of nowhere, they already have a name made up. They've been had this name in the vault. Like, okay, this is what we'll call it. They had this PMO condition ready with a name. All right. I'm just saying. Goodbye. Goodbye. Time to read your Bibles, guys.
Imagine your vision is totally normal, and then one day you see demonic features everywhere, on people only, just like what we've seen in the videos. Now, that's a reality for a man named Victor Scherer. He has an extremely rare yet terrifying disorder called PMO, and now it's commonly known as, or now known because people didn't know about it at first, it's called the demon face syndrome. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this obviously has to do with some spiritual welfare because the doctor had never even heard about it. And the fact that there's only 75 cases made him have to come up with an explanation and diagnosis to make the 59-year-old know exactly what was going on. So do you see demons? Because this is what people are talking about. This is what we are currently talking about. A condition where you see demonic faces on normal people's faces. Are they making this up or this is really happening? So like this man literally just wakes up and starts seeing people as demons. Anyways, they say they're still trying to find out what causes this, but basically they're saying that it might have been from carbon monoxide poisoning or a severe head injury. And it gets even more interesting because it says that he fell backwards and hit his head on the ground, causing a head injury. Now, the emergency of the demon face syndrome, also known as PHO, sheds light on the fascinating complexities of the human mind and perception. This rare disorder, which causes individuals to perceive human faces as distorted and demonic, presents a unique challenge for both medical professionals and those affected by it. One of the most striking aspects of PHO is its rarity, making it a subject of intense fascination and study within the medical community. The fact that only a small number of individuals worldwide have reported experiencing this phenomenon highlights the complexity and variability of human perception and cognition. The implications of PHO extend beyond its immediate medical significance, touching upon broader questions about the nature of reality and subjective experience. For those afflicted with the disorder, the experience of seeing familiar faces transformed into grotesque and terrifying images must be profoundly disorienting and distressing. It raises questions about the reliability of our senses and the mechanisms underlying visual perception. The societal response to PHO reflects broader cultural attitudes towards mental health and neurodiversity. While some may dismiss the disorder as a mere curiosity or aberration, others recognize the importance of empathy and understanding towards those grappling with unusual perceptual experiences. Now, it underscores the need for increased awareness and support for individuals living with rare and misunderstood conditions. From a scientific standpoint, the exploration of PHO offers an opportunity to deepen our understanding of the brain and its intricate workings by studying the neuromechanisms underlying visual perception and the specific abnormalities associated with PHO. Researchers may uncover valuable insights into the nature of consciousness and the brain's capacity for adaptation and resilience. The phenomenon of demon face syndrome presents a compelling case study at the intersection of neuroscience, psychology, and human experience. Firstly, the psychological impact of PHO on individuals who experience it cannot be overstated. For those grappling with distorted perceptions of familiar faces, the condition leads to feelings of isolation, anxiety, and fear. Imagine seeing your loved ones or even strangers as demonic entities. I can only imagine. It evokes intense emotional responses and disrupt daily functioning. The social consequences of PHO may extend beyond the individual to their relationships and interactions with others. Misinterpretations of facial expressions or avoidance of social situations due to fear of encountering distorted faces can strain personal and professional relationships, exacerbating feelings of alienation and loneliness. Now, the rarity and novelty of PHO contribute to misconceptions and stigmatization within society. Individuals with the disorder may face skepticism or disbelief from others who struggle to comprehend the validity of their experiences. This lack of understanding can compound feelings of marginalization and hinder access to appropriate support and treatment. From a medical perspective, the diagnosis and management of PHO present unique challenges for healthcare professionals. Given the rarity of the disorder, there may be limited awareness and expertise among clinicians, leading to delays in diagnosis and treatment. And the subjective nature of visual perceptions in PHO complicates traditional diagnostic approaches, requiring a nuanced and individualized approach to care. Now, if you ask me, I would say the phenomenon of demon face syndrome, or PHO, is undeniably strange and perplexing. The idea that individuals could perceive familiar human faces as distorted and demonic defies conventional understanding of visual perception and cognition. It challenges our assumptions about the reliability of our senses and the stability of our perception of reality. What makes PHO particularly strange is its rarity and the specificity of its symptoms. It's astonishing to think that only a small number of individuals worldwide have reported experiencing this phenomenon, raising questions about what factors contribute to its manifestation and why some people are affected while others are not. The subjective nature of PHO adds another layer of complexity to its strangeness. Unlike more tangible medical conditions with observable physical symptoms, PHO operates on the level of perception and interpretation. Now, this subjective element makes it difficult to quantify or measure, further adding to its enigmatic nature. From a societal perspective, the strangeness of PHO prompts curiosity and fascination, as evidenced by the widespread discussion and intrigue surrounding the disorder. Yet it all raises important questions about how we conceptualize and respond to rare and misunderstood conditions. Do we approach them with empathy and understanding, or do we dismiss them as mere curiosities or aberrations? The strangeness of PHO serves as a reminder of the vast complexity and mystery of the human mind. I find this condition very, very strange. But what do you, my viewers, have to say about this? Share your thoughts on what you think about this in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.